Good evening. My presentation topic is the Bahamas, Sir Lynden Pinland, and his legacy. I will give a brief history of the Bahamas and outline Sir Lynden's contribution to independence, education, and tourism. In 700 AD, the Lucayan Indians lived on all of the islands of our archipelago, the Bahamas. In 1492, Christopher Columbus came to the Bahamas. He landed on the island of San Salvador. When Columbus came with his crew, they were violent against the people, the Lucayan Indians, which settled on our islands. They brought sicknesses and diseases, and the people died out in the 16th century. Thereafter, the island remained uninhabited until the 17th century when the British came. Here is the picture of Columbus and his men when they discovered San Salvador. And here are the British settlers on the island and one of the islands in the Bahamas. And here are some of the locals on the island during that time. The population of the Bahamas is about 350 to 400,000 people. The Bahama Island is in the backyard of the United States of America and Cuba. Bimini is the closest island to the US. The capital of the Bahamas is Nassau, New Providence. Our island has 700 islands and 2,000 keys. We are officially the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Sir Lynden Oscar Pinland. Who was he? A great leader, the first Prime Minister and Premier of the Bahamas, a politician, husband, and a father of four. He was the Prime Minister and leader of the Progressive Liberal Party for 25 consecutive years. Sir Lynden Pinland was called the Black Moses of our time. Why? Because he was considered the greatest leader ever. He fought for equal rights and equality to build a stronger Bahamas. He was also called the father of our nation, known by all Bahamians. Mr. Pinland was the Prime Minister from 1969 to 1992. In 1992, he lost the general election to the Free National Movement, FNM, led by the Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram, our second Prime Minister. London contribution to education. He made education accessible to all Bahamians. He made contribution to the White Paper of Education in 1972, and he fought for a free system of education. He also pushed to receive the portion of the national budget each year to enhance our educational system. Independence. Sir Lynden introduces the White Paper of Independence to Parliament and to England. On June 22nd, 1973, we were granted independence from England. Prince Charles came to the Bahamas to deliver the official document, and our first independence was celebrated on July 10th, 1973 by thousands of proud Bahamians. There's a picture of the House of Lords where they voted for our independence. And here's a picture of Prince Charles when he came to deliver the official document for our independence. And here is Prince Charles, Marjorie Pinland, Sir Lynden Pinland, and the parliamentarians on our first independence celebration. Tourism. Tourism is our #1 industry in the Bahamas. Tourism benefited the Bahamas and its people by creating a large amount of employment. The construction of Atlantis and Bahama brought sustainability to the Bahamas. Here is a picture of Bahama and Cable Beach in Nassau, Bahamas. And here is a picture of Atlantis on Paradise Island in Nassau, Bahamas. Facts about Sir Lyndon. Sir Lyndon Pinland was regarded as the father of our nation. He led the Bahamas to majority rule on January 10th, 1967, and to independence on July 10th, 1973. He was Prime Minister from 1969 to 92, and he was born on March 22nd, 1930, and married to Marguerite Pinland. So Lyndon Pinland attended the first government public school in Nassau, Bahamas, known as Government High School, known as GHS, and he graduated in 1946. Thereafter, he attended King's College, University of London, where he received his law degree. His parents, Arnold and Viola Pinland, they lived in Mason's Addition in Nassau, Bahamas, basically known now as the Ghetto. So Lyndon's father was a native of and foreign national of Jamaica. His father came to the Bahamas to join the police force as a constable, and his father was a businessman. He was a shopkeeper, and he was also a farmer. So Lyndon's mother maiden name was Bain, and she was descended from Auckland's, and he was an only child. He was the first prime minister of the Bahamas, and he's also elected to parliament in the 1950s. And shortly thereafter, he formed the first political party known as the Progressive Liberal Party, the PLP, in 1953, where he was the leader. He served as the first black premier of the colony of the Bahamas from 1967 to 1969. In April of 1965 was called Black Tuesday because Lyndon threw the mace out of the House of Assembly because of the unfair constitutional boundary created by the UBP, the first political party in the Bahamas. Lyndon also took back all immigration powers from the foreigners in Grand Bahama, allowing Bahamians to operate large hotels and apply for high-ranking jobs, because during that time, Bahamians were only allowed to apply for jobs or work as maids and butlers and cleaners and busboys and waiters, bellmen at that time. And the Bahamas also became a part of the Commonwealth nation, and the Bahamas also became a part of the Commonwealth heads of government under Sir Lyndon. In April of 1965 was called Black Tuesday because Sir Lyndon, sorry, in 1996, Sir Lyndon was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he died on August 26, 2020. 2000, sorry. This is recognition. In 2006, Nassau International Airport name was changed to Sir Lyndon International Airport in his honor. His face appears on the Bahamian $1 bill, and Sir Lyndon created the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. Defense Force are one of our armed forces to protect our borders. Sir Lyndon also created the National Insurance Board for pensioners and sick benefits for all Bahamians. And here is a picture of the $1 bill with his face on it. And here is Sir Lyndon at the Royal Bahamas Defense Force based in Coral Harbor with the commander of the Defense Force. And here is his monument at the Lyndon Pinland International Airport. And here is a picture of the National Insurance Headquarters in Oaksfield, established by Sir Lyndon Pinland. I conclude that Mr. Pinland has built our islands up by being a selfless, compassionate, and considerate leader who had a plan for the Bahamian people. His contribution to independence, education, and tourism has been a significant one. Although we are significant, positive, and visionary change during the 25 years of phenomenal governance, all other prime ministers are superior to the leadership Mr. Penland provided to us. Therefore, I believe the legacy he left behind will continue to carry us forward.